Hello everybody and welcome to another Dux Financial Services Common Sense Advice video. In this particular video we are going to be talking about, here we go, the first emergency fund. Alright, I'll explain why there's more than one. Usual disclaimer of course, you can pause this if you really want to read it. So what are we talking about with the emergency fund? Look, the coronavirus situation, lockdown with people with unexpected job issues really highlighted the need for some savings, right? And not everybody had savings, and this became a bit of a problem. But beyond that, outside unexpected events, we do have, situations where we're going to need some more money. So whether that's, unexpected issues that come up, big bills, that sort of thing, we need to find a way to get some money. We want to avoid debt, right? Using the credit card is not an emergency fund because you've got to pay it back, which means that if you keep having these mini emergencies, it's going to get worse and worse, and eventually you can't afford to do it. This is not about long-term, lost your job sort of thing, but it's good for some initial basic emergency costs. And it's nothing special. We don't have to go into complicated with where we put the money, just a savings account, called emergency, that can be accessed if you need it. But if you're the sort of person who might spend it at the pub, don't have it sitting in a card that can be accessed on EFTPOS, like an account that's on EFTPOS. And if your bank allows you to, you can leave it off your app if you're really worried about it. Some people even have the money sitting with parents with a set of rules that they follow, which that's fine if that's what you want. So how much do you need? And the answer is $1,000. Why $1,000? There's a couple of reasons. One, it's a good target, right? $1,000 is, it's four numbers, right? Most people, if you drop $1 off it, it's three numbers. It's a big drop. It's psychologically a big drop. Most people also, when you can articulate $1,000, it feels quite good knowing about $1,000 set aside for things that can go wrong. If it's, you want a round number as well. And most expenses you've got that fit in the category of this emergency fund should be covered by $1,000. If not, maybe have a higher one. If you do need more, then save more. I have some clients who their critical emergency is knowing that if they have to, obviously putting aside coronavirus nonsense, that they can fly back to Canada, the States, UK tomorrow, right, on whatever flight. So they might need $5,000. Depends on your situation. If you're single with no kids and no one dependent on you, $1,000 is probably fine. If you've got 5 kids and a whole bunch of stuff going on, maybe $1,000 isn't enough. So what's it for? These are what I consider the 4 key emergencies. You can have a different list if you want, but it's got to be simple and straightforward that you can go, does this fit the rules? You'll notice on this list, medical emergencies, family emergency, bill blowout, or appliance emergency. There's no mention here of really cool concert I want to go to. If you want stuff for that, set up a separate savings account for unexpected cool fun, but that's not the emergency fund. Okay? So think about the other areas of your life, and if there's an area that's really critical to you, notice on here I don't have emergency flights, and that's kind of family emergency, but if that's something that's critical to you that you might have to get somewhere quickly, then put that in there. All right? But generally this rule should cover most things. So what happens when you use it? Look, we start off by showing the mouse here. We start off by building it up to the $1,000. Then you can stop. You can stop contributing once it's $1,000 and put the money into savings, debts, whichever. If you take money out, then obviously it goes down. Then we just start putting back in until it's back to $1,000, and so on and so forth. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. Beyond that, once you've got the initial emergency fund built, we want to start building on the second emergency fund, which I'll explain in another video, which is coming up soon. But basically, once it's at that level, don't touch it. Right? Reassign the money that's going into it to somewhere, to the savings, etc. But don't touch the fund. Ignore it, and then stay out of debt. Don't generate other debt. All right? That's basically it. What you're going to find by having this is that you've got a little less stress, right? Because you know that if something breaks, you've got the money for it, right? If right now a $300 bill fills you with dread, like the idea of a $300 bill coming in that you can't plan for fills you with dread, you need this, right? With this, you know that if something breaks, I've got $1,000, I can deal with it. That's a really big thing. Okay? And of course, you've got questions, give me a buzz, comment on the post. There should be a file attached to this post on Facebook. And if not, go look on Facebook if you're seeing us on YouTube. That has a full article that goes into more detail on this. Okay, so thanks for watching. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.